Hi, everyone. I'm Justin Choate, and welcome back to Faces of First Commonwealth. Today, I am thrilled to be joined by Emily Allen, who is the AVP Learning Optimization Manager here at First Commonwealth. Emily, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you, Justin, for having me.
Emily, you've been with First Commonwealth for over 13 years. You started as a teller, and you've worked your way up to the leadership role that you're in today. What originally drew you to our credit union, and how has your career path shaped the way that you lead?
Yeah, thank you, Justin. Great question. So, being here so long, it's crazy to think about that. What really drew me to First Commonwealth is really the fact that my account was opened when I was a baby. So my mom was part of the employer partner program, and she opened her account. Thus, in turn, then I opened my account. So I was a member. And so that's truly the root of it. How it's changed my path and my role here at First Commonwealth, I have seen the membership side. So that's really kind of what shaped it for me. I've been able to put the members at the forefront of everything I do because I've experienced it myself.
Great.
Yeah.
So, Emily, in your role as a learning optimization manager, in your own words, describe a little bit about what you do and how that contributes to creating a really good experience for our members here at First Commonwealth.
Yeah. So although I'm not conversing on a daily basis with our membership, I am still having a big impact in that sense because a large part of what I do is I am training our front office staff in technical trainings, so how to do their job. I am training them on professional development, leadership development, and a various number of other little projects and areas there as well. But what they're seeing in the training, again, is directly related back to that membership. And hopefully it's a positive experience and it's trickling through based on their knowledge.
So you play such a key role in developing all of the education and coaching that goes into our financial center teams and our back office staff here across the credit union. What is the one area of training that you're most passionate about?
So when creating these trainings, I think the one piece that I'm strong in and really love to exhibit through my work is my involvement with technology. So I am not only just involved in the creation of those trainings, but I take it one step further, have follow-ups with videos, utilizing our LMS platform as well. But beyond that, for 2026 too, we're going to be using and integrating AI even further. And I'm really excited to see kind of how that develops and makes training kind of pop out of the classroom a little bit more.
Awesome. So if you look back across the 13 years that you've been here with First Commonwealth to the early days in branch operations, member-facing roles that you were in, how did those early experiences influence the approach that you take in designing some of the training that you do for our staff here?
Yeah, those early experiences truly have just shaped me into how I train, how I bring myself across in those trainings. Something that really kind of comes to mind when I think about how I'm training today is some of the experiences that I've had in the front office have really just been life-changing, not just for me, but for our membership as well. There was this one time, I remember this woman came in and she had a ton of credit card debt, which it happens, right? And so we worked together for 3-4 weeks on consolidating that debt and turning it into a home equity loan. And at the end of those 4 weeks, I remember sitting there with this member closing on the home equity loan, and we've really gotten to know each other at this point, and we're just both sitting there in tears, having her sign this paperwork because she has voiced to me that thanks to this loan and thanks to my guidance and help through this process, she was able to just put food on the table for her children that night. And that, I mean, even today, it just kind of like brings me to tears, but I made a change in her life. I changed it for the better. And I think that is what's most impactful. And that is my driving force today. So what I try and do is I take the passion from those experiences and really kind of try and put it into training in a way that comes around to our MXAs and our team members that, hey, what you're doing today is worth it. And this is why. So, yeah.
Incredible story. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
So, Emily, your work touches every new employee that starts here at First Commonwealth. How do you ensure that their onboarding sets them up to deliver the warm, people-first service that our members expect here at First Commonwealth? Yeah,
so with, of course, we have procedures in place for onboarding and what that should look like. But on everybody's very first day, we introduce something called the Member Experience Model and Employee Experience Model. So this is really our driving force. It's making sure people are connecting in the proper way. They are discovering through questions, they're following up, etc. It's a service model that is touching every role within this company, and it's our guiding force to make sure that we're warm, welcoming, and friendly, and making sure that we are relatable, and just overall just creating a good experience, not only for the members, but also the employees.
So if we take a look back at your career, is there a moment in time where you saw firsthand where great, effective training made a difference in a member's life?
Yeah, so I believe that looking back to the very beginning of my journey too, I had really great trainers when I came on board, and I was consistently going through training, coming back and putting it into place. And I clearly remember other experiences too, where somebody would ask me about a product and maybe it wasn't something that I was confident in. And so with that, I would shy away from those products, right? You didn't want to deal with it because you didn't know about it. And so I've realized through training that that's what people need. They need that confidence. They need that to be instilled within them so that when somebody asks them about a product, they're confident in giving that answer.
So outside of your work, tell us a little bit about what you like to do in your free time to, recharge and just be able to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. So, I mean, outside of work, I like to spend a lot of time with my friends and family, primarily. Beyond that, I mean, my husband and I have taken up paint by numbers recently, and entering deep into our craft era for Christmas and just getting everything ready for that. But other than that, I think like getting outside with our dogs and just being active with them. I have two dogs, Rue and Remy, and they're my favorite things ever to come home to every single day. So yeah.
Emily, when you take a look back at your own journey over the last 13 years here at First Commonwealth, what advice would you give to one of our team members that would aspire to grow their career here with the credit union?
Yeah, I really honestly feel that I wouldn't have gotten to where I was today if I wasn't thirsty for knowledge. So it's learning what you're learning at the time and then mastering it and finding a way to just keep that going. You have to have that thirst or else it's not going to take you anywhere. Beyond that, I think just, be a good team member, be a good partner in everything that you do, and be supportive of your team members when necessary. Master those puzzles too. I think for me, I spent time as a member experience manager, and when I was doing that, I would have to fix problems that nobody had the answer to. And so again, it was that thirst of knowledge coming back and really kind of driving me to figure out the problem that nobody else had figured out before. So be thirsty for knowledge and be a sponge. learn everything.
Learn everything.
Yeah.
Great. Well, Emily, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining me here today. And thank you so much for your dedication to not only the credit union, but the people inside the credit union and continuing to help us grow each and every day.
Of course. And I think that First Commonwealth makes it easy. Our team members make it easy. It's kind of like a family here. It's nice.
Absolutely. And thank you all so much for watching Faces of First Commonwealth. For our director and producer, Tyler Pace, I'm Justin Choate. We'll see you next time.